Hi, today I wanted to talk about Thailand a little bit and why I feel at home there and at peace there, and why the whole place feels like kind of a sanctuary for me. And it's the baseline people, I think, more than anything. I have friends all the time say, "Well, why it's so crowded over there, this and that." I said, "But it's the harmony that you experience in a crowd there is not like people in a crowd here where people are protecting their personal space, you know, with fake politeness and excuse me's and stuff like that, right?" And the climate stuff makes it different. People spend more time outside, away from the home, on a daily basis, right? But anyway, I had so much more to say coming up here, and I know we'll talk more in a little bit here. I just hope I got your attention. I could probably do a 5-hour documentary every day. My mind is always going, my friends. Yeah, that's me. I'm not a robot yet. But social conditioning here can make it really hard for someone like me. I've always looked for more peace, more harmony kind of thing. And I've been going to Thailand for 20 years. I always filled my tank, right? Always filled up my tank. And then coming back here, it always depleted my tank. It's like the holes keep getting bigger and bigger in the tank as the years went by, right? And it's like you just widen that gap, right? You move further and further towards harmony sort of thing, right? When you spend a lot of time in Thailand, if that's the kind of growth that you like and peace, that it actually becomes much, much more difficult here. I had a friend again, he doesn't speak to me anymore either, but mentioned that to me once, that it'll change you. And even though he had never traveled, he had had it happen to a friend, and it's not a warning if that's what you want, right? That's why a lot of people, I've even offered to buy people tickets to Thailand at different times in my life, and offered them free trips basically, and they just weren't interested. It was just like they couldn't see what they would get out of it, right? It's like those type of people really don't need to be there anyway, right? It's like, but if you're wondering why you feel terrible all the time, try a place like Thailand. Because it's a different way of living over there. The country's still modern. It's got everything you got here. But unfortunately, there's been more and more trouble over there lately, and Thailand is trying to figure out a way to keep those people out, right? They're getting more trouble over there with foreigners and stuff like that, and they really have, and I don't blame Thailand, they have a tough time with the policies because, with their visas and all that kind of stuff, because they never had that problem until the Westerners started coming over there, right? They were always sort of in harmony, right? And now all these people are coming over there and acting bad and breaking rules and exploiting rules and trying to act like Westerners, come over there and acting like Westerners and want things to be like the West and complaining about everything and ruining everything, and then those people just stay where they are. No one thinks you're a king in Thailand, believe me. They don't look at people that way. Anyway, I've been talking for a while. Let's turn it off. But it's like communication breakdown. They'll turn it off, right? Like it's you know what I mean? I mean, for the people here, this is an analogy maybe people here might understand, right? Because a lot of people that act this way like that terminology. But you think about a shark. A shark, its ears, people can hear, right? But a shark only hears what a shark wants to hear. A bird only hears what a bird wants to hear. Some people only hear what they want to hear, right? And there's even that difference between animal species too, but again, most people don't believe that. That's why they're still killing them and skinning them and eating them. But I'm just telling you that people, and it isn't always all their fault, right? It's immense social conditioning. And then you talk with some people, right? They've got not only the social norm, but when you stack on top of that professionalism at the same time, it feels like every conversation is like a business transaction, right? How are you ever supposed to relax in an environment like that? You know, and that's Canada to me. And if it feels like that, maybe Thailand is a good place for you. But if it doesn't, enjoy your zoo. I find, you know, you can pour your love out in Canada, and it's like there's nowhere for it to go, right? It's like it's on deaf ears. Again, that ear thing again, right? It's like, and the guy has to get that out if that's what you want to do, right? You have to have a receptacle for what you want to give the world, right? And you have to have a way of refilling your tank. And it's like, when I go to Thailand, it's an instant feeling of authenticity. The people genuinely kind of want to make your day better without being fake. It's just so ingrained. Everybody treats everybody with respect, and then the Westerners come over there and take advantage of it and do bad things, and then the Thai people don't know what to do. I'd love to share all that with the people, even the people that don't want to receive my love, right? It's like something, if you're into growth, they don't put money at the top of the pyramid, right? Or whatever they do here, it's definitely at the top, at any means. We're there. Life means more than that first, and then they throw a little money on it if they got to survive, right? But they survive in all different ways down there, different income levels, and everybody kind of seems to be treated exactly the same, with an underlying sort of kindness that just is not here. See you later. I think even in a working environment in Thailand, you know, people are more likely to give than take. You know what I'm saying? Where I find it's the opposite here sometimes, and they're looking at an advantage or a leverage or a one-upness because everybody's in competition with each other instead of just doing the right thing. I could get a job in 10 minutes in Thailand. Of course, it's illegal, but it would suit me perfectly, the work environment down there. I could work 24 hours a day because I see the way the people interact in the businesses, and unless you go there, you won't see it. But it's completely opposite. Don't take advantage of it, Westerners. If you like what you like here, do what you're doing, whatever. But I just want to, and I don't want a whole bunch of tourists coming over there that aren't going to appreciate it for what it really is. I don't own Thailand. But they figured out this, I don't know. If your tendency is you lean towards, I don't know, all these stupid terms now, being an empath or whatever, you care for people, whatever, it's a good place to go. Some people go there to show off their money. Don't come. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say that everybody's bad, but a lot of people, these double lives are hard to lead, right? You either worship money or you care about people more, right? And it's really hard to have the energy to do both successfully, right? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people put way too much faith in themselves, like multitasking, right? I can be a good and a bad person. Gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, my dream is to get back to Thailand as soon as possible, and I like all Southeast Asia, right? With all the rules with the visas and that now, a guy would have to maybe spend a little bit of time in different countries, but again, that's okay, because you can. Leave the luxury behind and find what really matters. Again, ears, right? Ears. Sharks have different ears. Mouse has different ears. Elephant has different ears. Nature's ears are all pretty much the same. I think Thai people are a little closer to nature's ears, right? A little closer to how all the animals would look at it, right? Yeah, we're animals. But we've been controlled for a really long time. Deep down, I think most people would like to say goodbye to all of it. They just don't believe it's possible. Yeah, I just wanted to mention this one, but Thailand narcissistic traits aren't respected, right? It's frowned upon. It's frowned upon. People being bossy, people being know-it-alls, people being loud. It's a good place for growth, I'll tell you. Everybody in Canada has narcissistic traits to a degree. It's because if you don't fight for it, somebody else is going to take it. Right? It's exact opposite of the Thai culture, where they're more likely to give than take. I'm not talking handouts and all that stuff. Everybody wants all these weird explanations. I'm talking about in general. You understand what that means? Summit, as usual. I've been going every day. It's been kind of hard getting moving lately, but yeah, that's how it goes. Smoke. I really feel it today. You feel it? You hear my voice? I should have been wearing a mask. I lowered my IQ quite a bit by not wearing a mask today. And it's not the shit you can see that's the worst on your lungs. It's the shit you don't see, right? Anyway. I just did it again. I forgot to turn the camera off pointing at the ground. I used to do that a lot. I was doing it less lately. But, yeah, people, all the tourists, they're always whining about the smoke up in Chiang Mai, Thailand during the rice burning season. Look at this. It's way worse here. We're in Canada, my friends. Way worse. Here it's trees burning. It's not just an old husk on the field, right? It's full-blown trees, dried out forests, houses, all that kind of stuff, right? Thanks, Forestry, Government of Canada, for doing such a great job. And the rest of the governments of the world. I don't know. I don't want to get too off topic here, but people got to start living a less impactful life, and realize that every choice that they make actually matters. And bigger isn't always better. Can you imagine if all the people that had money now, through any means, and a lot of them have a lot, right? A lot. I watched this when people got displaced on the fire here, and the guy had a vintage Corvette in the garage and all this stuff and all these things just laying there. Two old people come back to their house. Oh, we were so distraught. We were worried if the pierogies would go bad in the fridge. That's basically how it goes, right? But kind of disgraceful, really. But you imagine if everybody, all of a sudden said, well, we're going to invest, a little bit in something that isn't evil. All of a sudden you change your evil ways. There's more than enough money and technology in this world to make it basically a heaven on earth, right? Instead of a hell. but nobody seems interested. It's so crazy, man. China, save us all, brothers. I know you guys will. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'll speak Chinese too. Teach me. Actually, we got computers, can do all that, but I want to get to know you. I don't want to be this surface level thing. Let's get to know each other, my friend. Another thing I noticed too is people's well-being, you know. Sometimes people, especially here, they just run away from people when maybe their well-being has been compromised, versus coming to assistance, right? It's I've many times in Thailand, you know, you're struggling looking for something or whatever, and some complete stranger will come up and help you, right? It's like it's a whole different way of looking at things, right? It's like people here, it's so competitive that if they sense anybody could take up any of their energy away from making money or staying the way things are, they just avoid them. It doesn't matter who they are. You imagine a guy like Trump, let's just say, if you put that much energy into doing good versus trying to rip people off, what the world could become. Like, it's just... And that type of personality is the most disrespected, the most despised personality in Thailand. That is the type of personality that everybody hates. It's universal. Universal. Yet it seems to be a way of life in North America at varying degrees. Gosh, it's going to be a long video. It's that sense of entitlement thing. Nobody wants to compromise their stuff, right? It's like, it's just insane. It seems like complete insanity to me. Well, China, robots, you know, do something about it, man. Stop complaining, Barry. Assimilate. Or die. Or maybe I'll invite grand family reunion in Thailand, September 30th. All expenses paid. Won't be 5-star. I think I've offered that before. It never worked. You probably could get some reaction if you went all 5-star first class tickets and I had proof. Those days are over. Over? What's over? I don't know. What was he specifying? I don't know. Lots of things are over in life, aren't they? A lot of things haven't started yet because some people haven't made it to the starting line yet. You know what I'm saying? Some people are well on their way. Unnoticed, too, right? Canada is such a triggering environment for me. It makes me into a much worse person. Like its insincereness and values really hit me the wrong way. Always have, always will. And I probably would get the same story from any of the long-term, you know, expats. I know that isn't necessarily going to be a thing anymore because many people have been screwing it up for everybody else by cheating the rules, bringing their Western values over to Asia, but we'll see how it goes. That guy can be nomad between a couple countries and still be happy, right? Without being a burden on their society, right? There's always a way. They want the good people there. They just want the other ones to go away, that's all.